Students, in the previous video we had seen about your modes in planar waveguides. Now we will see your cylindrical fiber there. So in a cylindrical fiber, generally you know that your optical fiber is nothing but cylindrical in nature there. So when it is going to be cylindrical in nature, you are going to have the different modes that are going to be propagated inside the cylindrical fiber. So now we have to see what is going to be here. In this case, a cylindrical fiber is going to be analyzed in a two-dimensional form there. So here we are going to have the fiber cables are going to be classified as per the mode there. So light rays are going to be propagated as electromagnetic waves inside the fiber. So the components that are going to exist along the fiber are electric field and the magnetic field patterns are going to exist across the fiber there. So when electric field and magnetic patterns are going to exist across the fiber, these patterns are going to be called as the modes of transmission there. So the modes of the fiber we can generally tell as the number of paths for the light rays within the cable is going to be called as the modes of fiber. So according to the modes, your optical fiber can be classified as single mode fiber and multi-mode fiber. So single mode fiber. First we will see about your single mode fiber. So single mode fiber is nothing but it is going to allow the propagation of light ray by only one path. That is, it is going to take only one path. The name itself tells single. Single means propagation of light ray by only one path is going to be called as single mode propagation there. So here in this case, since it is going to be a single mode fiber, we are not going to have any other path. There is going to be no delay differences and there is going to be no dispersion to occur inside the single mode fiber there. And the light pulse can travel over a longer distance because there is going to be no dispersion phenomenon that is going to occur. So as a result, this light ray can travel over a longer distance there. And it is not going to cause dispersion because it is not multimode. And next is, we can transmit more information can be transmitted per unit of time. And the bandwidth that is going to be used for your single mode fiber is going to be higher compared to the bandwidth of your multi-mode fiber. So here we are going to have a core. Through this core, I am going to have a light ray to be incident on this core, and this light ray is going to be propagated along this core here. Next is multi-mode fiber. So in a multi-mode fiber, you are going to have numerous light rays. That is a number. Name itself tells multi. Multi means a number of light rays are going to be penetrated through the core. So when a number of light rays are going to be propagated through the core, it is going to be simultaneously carried along the core. So here in this case, the core diameter of the core should be larger to accommodate the number of rays there. So here in this case, it will accommodate a number of modes. So next is the disadvantage of a single mode fiber is, since it is going to have a smaller core diameter, the coupling between the fibers are going to be very difficult. So here in this case, that is your precision is going to be required when I am going to join the cores. When the fibers are going to be jointed, a precision is going to be required, and as well as a skilled person is going to be required for joining the fibers there. So in the case of single mode connectors and splicers there. And because I am going to have a small core diameter, the light that is going to be incident, that is when I am going to couple, the coupling light into the core is going to be very difficult. So these are the disadvantages of your single mode fiber. Next is, we are going to see a fiber profile. So fiber profile is, it is going to be based on the characteristics of your profile, that is the refractive index and the modes in which it is going to travel. So we call it as your index profile. So a fiber is going to be characterized by its profile and the core and the cladding diameters there. So here basic is, which is going to be classified based on the index profile. So index profile is nothing but based on the refractive index of the core and the cladding, you are going to define the fiber profiles there. So here the index profile is nothing but a graphical representation of the value of the refractive index there. So basically we have two types of index profile. One is a step index fiber and the other one is a graded index fiber. So first is a step index. The name itself tells steps. So steps means from a high value to a low value and a low value to a high value. So the step index fiber, when we are going to take is, the difference between step index and graded index is the core. If I am going to take a core, the core of the fiber is going to have a uniform refractive index, means then we call that as a step index fiber there. If it is going to be if the refractive index is going to be continuously varying across the radius of the core, then we call that to be a graded index fiber there. So first we will see a step index fiber. So step index fiber is nothing but we are going to take a cylindrical waveguide core with the center or the inner core is going to have a uniform refractive index N1, and the core is going to be surrounded by the cladding surface where it is going to have a uniform refractive index N2. So the cladding refractive index is N2 is going to be less than the core refractive index N1. So because of the abrupt change when there is going to go from a core to cladding, we are going to have the energy to be reduced there. So here the step index comes into accounts. The step index fiber can propagate both a single and multi-mode signals within the fiber core. So if I am taking a step mode index fiber, I can propagate both a single mode as well as a multi-mode signals within the fiber core there. So the refractive index is going to be plotted on the horizontal axis, and the radial distance from the core is going to be plotted on the vertical axis there. So now when I am going to propagate the light within the core of a step index fiber, it is going to take the path of the meridional ray. Meridional ray means it is the ray that is going to cross the axis of the fiber. When it is going to propagate, the ray is going to cross the axis of the fiber. So that ray is going to be called as meridional ray. So it is going to follow a zigzag path of the straight line segments there. So here I am going to have your single index fiber. I am going to have a core where this is the core is going to be represented. It is going to have a refractive index N1 and it is going to have a uniform refractive index there. And this is your cladding. Your cladding is going to have a refractive index N2 where it is this is also going to have a uniform refractive index. So the refractive index of N1 is going to be greater than the refractive index of N2. So when I am going to see, this is going to be the radial distance. So the radial distance is from the center to the end of the core, and here from the center to the end of the core, this is your A is going to be the radial distance there. So 2A is nothing but the diameter of the core. So since the refractive index is going to be uniform, the refractive index is represented in the horizontal direction. So at the interface between the core and the cladding, my refractive index is going to increase. So here this refractive index increases and maintains a constant value during the core region. And once this interface occurs, your refractive index decreases to a lower value there. So here this is your step index fiber there, the refractive index profile. So here when I am going to go for a step index fiber, the core diameter of the step index fiber is going to be around 50 to 80 micrometer, and the cladding, it is going to have a diameter of around 125 micrometers. So the refractive index we can take it as in terms of the radial distance, n of r is nothing but the radial distance there. So in terms of radial distance, we are going to define whether it is going to be n1 or n2. So suppose when the radial distance is going to be less than a, so less than a means it is going to be your core. So here core means it is going to have a refractive index n1. And when radial distance is going to be greater than or equivalent to A, that is your axis of the fiber, then it is going to represent your cladding. That means it is going to represent your refractive index N2. Next is graded index fiber. So graded index fiber is your core is going to be made up of many layers of glass. So since it is going to be made up of many layers of glass, the refractive index is going to be continuously varying. It is not going to be uniform throughout the core. So the refractive index is going to be highest at the center and it is going to decrease continuously towards the end of the core. So because since your refractive index decreases, your refractive index will be maximum at the center of the core, and the remaining portion towards the end of the core, your refractive index decreases. That means your refractive index goes to slowly decreases towards the cladding surface there. So here we say that the refractive index profile is going to take a parabolic shape. So here the refractive index is going to be parabolic. So here we say that the refractive index is not uniform within the core and it is highest at the center and decreases smoothly and continuously with the distance there. So here this is your graded index fiber. So next is in graded index fiber, the light, whatever light we want to propagate, the light is going to be bent by the process called your refraction. So it is going to be towards the core axis. So when it is going to be towards the core axis, it is going to follow a curved path. So curved path down the fiber length. That is, your wave will be refracted towards the fiber axis, and that refraction will be in the form of a curved path there, because of the change in refractive index from the center of the core towards the end, and from towards the end to the center of the core, it is increasing. So since it is varying, we we follow the wave is going to be, right ray is going to be propagated as a curved path there. Next is, we are going to, in graded index fiber, we are going to have a lower coupling efficiency. So the lower coupling efficiency and your higher bandwidth compared to your step index fiber. So in this case, it is available as 50 is going to be the core diameter, and your 125 is going to be the cladding diameter. It is available in two sizes. One is 50 bar 125 and another one is 62.5 bar 125 sizes, where 50 is going to be the diameter of the core and 125 is going to be the diameter of the cladding. So when you are going to use this configuration, this type of fiber will be used for long haul applications. So when I am going to use it for a long haul applications, the numerical aperture will be less and it will have high bandwidth. So when I am going to go for a 62.5/125 fiber, it can be used for your LAN applications, where it is going to cost 25% more than your 50 bar 125 fiber cable there. So the refractive index in the variation in the core is going to be given by the relationship N of R is equal to the refractive index in terms of a radial distance is N1 into 1 minus 2 del R by A the whole power alpha, where when R is less than A. So since it is going to follow a parabolic path, this is your refractive index, and when R is going to be greater than or equivalent to A, your refractive index is going to be N1 into 1 minus 2 del the whole power half, that is approximately equivalent to N2, where R is nothing but the radial distance from the fiber axis, A is the core radius, N1 is the refractive index of the core, and N2 is your refractive index of the cladding, and alpha is going to be the shape of the index profile. So when I am going to increase the shape, that is when I am going to have the shape of the index profile is going to be increased from 1 to 10, we can see that the profile takes on various shapes there. So here when alpha is equal to 1, the shape of the index profile is equal to 1, it is going to have a triangular refractive index there. When alpha is equal to 2, the refractive index is going to be maximum and a small constant is going to be seen there. That is a parabolic shape. And when alpha is equal to 10, we can see that the refractive index is going to be constant for some duration of time, and then slowly it is going to decrease towards the N2 region there. Next is the parameters, a step index fiber and graded index fiber. So till now what we had seen, that is we have seen it in a consolidated table. So data rate in the case of step index fiber it is going to be slow, in the case of graded index fiber it is going to be high. The coupling efficiency in the case of step index fiber is going to be higher, but in the case of graded index fiber it is going to be lower. Ray path is, this is your total step index fiber, it is going to be total internal reflection process, but in graded index fiber it is going to travel in oscillatory fashion, because it is going to travel, that is your waves are going to be bent, so we say that oscillatory fashion there. And the index variation is your del is equal to N1 minus N2 by N1, but in graded index fiber it is N1 square minus N2 square by 2N1 square. Numerical aperture, this for step index fiber it is going to remain the same, but in the case of graded index fiber it is going to change continuously with respect to the distance from the fiber axis. So a material which you are going to use is the plastic or the glass material we are going to use for step index fiber, but for graded index fiber only glass is going to be preferred. The bandwidth efficiency is, for step index fiber it is going to be 10 to 20 megahertz per kilometer, but in graded index fiber it is going to be 1 gigahertz per kilometer. And the pulse spreading is, so here pulse spreading by the fiber in the length across the length is going to be more, but in the case of graded index fiber the pulse spreading is going to be less. Next is attenuation of light. So attenuation of light is, it is going to be less, typical in the case of 0.34 dB per kilometer at 1.3 micrometer there. But in the case of graded index fiber, the attenuation of light is going to be more, from the range of 0.6 to 1 dB per kilometer at 1.3 micrometer. The light sources which you can use in a step index fiber is only LED. But in graded index fiber, you can use LED as well as your lasers. So the applications is a step index fiber can be used for a local network connection. But in graded index fiber, we can use it for both your LAN connection as well as your WAN applications there. Thank you.